this is my review, and I've done a lot of reviews on head units. This is the new review that I put in about 6 months into my Jeep Wrangler. This is an AVH, it's a Pioneer AVH-X2600bt. This head unit is phenomenal. It is your, it's your DVD touchscreen type head unit. It came out last year. Currently, it's May 10th, as you can see, May 10th, 2015. They're starting to hit the markdown rack, so now's the time to go get them. I just wanted to do a review based on a lot of people put a lot of things that, a lot of my reviews. I notice a lot of people put reviews on, how to connect a sub, how to do this. I'm going to show you how to use this unit in your vehicle as the basic entertainment system it was designed to do. This is a Jeep Wrangler. I have two vehicles. I got a Toyota Camry over there. I got a Jeep Wrangler here. This is a 2012. And I do a lot of driving, and I want to be able to have a lot of control with my iPod, have a lot of audio options. This unit does it. To start off the bat, you've got a lot of different controls. You can customize the, for right off the bat, you can customize the color here on the buttons. You can customize them so close, it literally almost matches your interior of any vehicle that I've ever experienced. You can get it pretty much 95% there. As far as this background, you can go ahead and change the color. You can change the, the image. I've got this little worry thing going on here, and I got it in green because my truck, this Jeep, it's got white gauges with factory, but it's got LED green, everything else. So I just kept it green. It matches very well. So let me go into the quick features right off the bat. Boom, you got Bluetooth. You can connect it to your phone. You can listen to Bluetooth audio and receive calls at the same time. I've done it, works phenomenal. So let's bring down the drop down of the separate things we've got here. And I really like this interface and this font better than what's coming out now. Pioneer, they did a really good job with their interface, but I tend to like this interface a little better. You've got your radio, standard FM, AM, FM radio. You've got iPod, you got Pandora, you got Bluetooth audio. You want to stream stuff from your phone. It's different if you got a phone. Pandora and Bluetooth audio, these are different. Bluetooth audio, you got, 100 songs on your phone. You want to stream it to your, your radio, you can do that. And of course, we've got the aux input here. This item has, this head unit has no connection on the front of it. None whatsoever. You've got a CD player up here to insert any CDs you'd like. Volume, plus and minus. Here's your mute button. This is your home button. Looks like a little Windows button, just like that Pioneer's been doing for a while. This brings you to your home menu. Mode switches you between different devices you've got hooked up. We're gonna, I could talk a little about MirrorLink. I don't have MirrorLink installed. For everybody that's wondering if this head unit will work with your stereo, if you have a new Apple device, I'm going to go ahead and say an iPhone 6 or greater, this unit will work with, it'll connect. You can hit the home button, you can do the apps, you can do this on here. Don't hold me to this. I don't want to quote you. Do some research and see if it has, because I don't have an iPhone. I'm not an iPhone guy. I had somebody who had an iPhone. I tried connecting it and it didn't work. So it could be a number of things. There is a cable you need to buy if you have an iPhone that'll make it work. It'll plug in USB. I have Android. I've been a diehard Android fan for 10 plus years as soon as they came out. So if you have an Android phone, you're going to need the MirrorLink module, which is like $100 to connect into the back of this, and then you run it. And you know what? For me personally, I use this for music. I'm a diehard music fan, and to use the maps or whatever, I just put my phone on the seat. Whatever, it works. So let's go into radio. Let me show you radio real quick. These are your let's turn this down a little bit. Displays the track info or the radio station info at the top. This station particularly doesn't have any data. Shows your frequency down here. Shows the signal right there. This is what it looks like. Your push buttons are right here. You can touch these if you want and bring up other stations. I got 103.3 here. You know, I got all these stations keyed in here. If you want to see what the stations are before you tune to them, slides out like a drawer. Look at that. You can pick any one of these and it goes right to it. And it actually just shifts the whole screen sideways, which is a really nice feature. You're driving and you want to see what's, you know, what station is what. But that's basically that. You've got 3 FM presets you can run through. So 18 buttons plus you've got AM. I never use AM except for 550. If you're from Buffalo, you would know why I listen to 550. So that's the FM, AM, FM radio portion. iPod. I've got my iPod. Now this unit in particular has no inputs on the front whatsoever. Okay? Let's put a little music on. Has no inputs whatsoever. All the inputs are in the back. You've got a USB input, which is in the back. Comes with an extension cable, as well as an auxiliary input, as well as the input for your steering wheel controls. Now, I bought the module to actually have my steering wheel controls, which are, if you know Jeep or Chrysler, they're at the back of the steering wheel. And if you can see, I can use my steering wheel controls, go through songs. Depends, you know, I can pick whatever song I want while I drive. Let's go back a couple. This one's the volume over here. I can turn up the volume, and it works. It works great. I can't complain about it. You can set it up for that. Now my iPod is actually in my glove box right here, and this is the cable. I literally ran it behind the dashboard. Most cars, it's very easy to get from the behind the radio to the glove box. And I just put it in the glove box, and you know, you coil up your iPod, plug it in, shove it in the glove box, you forget about it, and it's out of the way, which is great about it. Now, as far as, you know, iPod control, you have full control. It'll tell you the song, it'll tell you the album. Everything that you've imported through iTunes will have. You've got your shuffle, you know, your repeat. Here is Sound Retriever, and if you're not familiar with Pioneer, a couple years ago they came out with Sound Retriever. It basically extracts portions of the MP3 and breaks them into a better sounding MP3. It takes basically a standard MP3 file and just enriches it and makes it sound fantastic. I don't know if you can hear here. I'll let you listen a little bit. I mean, it just sounds fantastic. When you hear it with Sound Retriever on, and you've listened to these songs before, you can tell and you notice there's a difference. Right here, let me see if I can zoom on it. Right here's your pause and play button. Very easy to get to. Turns off when you're not playing it. Press it again, it lights up green. You can slide just like an iPod. I want to go over here. You can drag this here. Let's listen to it here. You want to listen to a little, you know, a verse again? Back it up a little bit. There's an app mode. You can hit app mode and play apps on your iPod or your iPhone and play them directly through the unit. Now I have, let's put the Ebrake on. I have an iPod. It's like a Generation 4. I bought it maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's a 64 gig. I only wanted it to buy or to play music. That's all I wanted it to do. It's been working for me fantastic. Now, as far as anything else, that's your, you know, that's your iPod. Album art will display here, and it looks phenomenal. It really just looks phenomenal. Let's go down to Pandora. Now, I have my phone, I think, connected to the stereo. So I can actually have my phone on the seat, and I don't have Bluetooth, or I have Bluetooth connected, but I don't have Pandora loaded on the phone. All I did was hit Pandora here. Now let me just double check my phone to make sure it's loaded, because I've been having trouble with my phone itself. Disconnect to reconnect the device. Now I don't know why with reconnect to the device. It may be because I unpaired the phone. I did that once because I've got 2 different stereos in 2 different vehicles, and I may have unpaired this phone. I actually drained it. You know, you get the issue with the battery, and But let me see if I can load this here. I am connected on my phone. You can see the icon. I am connected. Usually this just loads. But let's see if we can load it up here. Let me see if I can force it. And you know, it may also be that I logged out of Pandora. You also have to be in Pandora for it to play. I logged out of Pandora, but I'll pause it here and let me see if I can get this to play. Okay, so the problem apparently is the fact that I live in the boonies. I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere. I have no cell coverage. I barely have anything. I'm in analog. I tried to do Wi-Fi to try and get it to connect, and it wasn't connecting to the stereo. So the way I'm going to try and elaborate, you can probably watch other reviews about how Pandora works, but works just like the iPod. You load it, has the album art right here, has the song, everything you want to know. You can go through and hit the little magnifying glass icon and choose your station that you've already preset. You can give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, star. You can tag it for iTunes, so when you connect your, your iPod or your iPhone to iTunes, you can go ahead and download that song if you really want. That's how it works. Unfortunately, because I live in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to see it. I'll try and get another video up on how this Pandora works soon. But let's go over to Bluetooth audio. I've got some songs on this phone that I had downloaded. I don't even remember downloading them, but apparently they're on my phone. So maybe I can get this to work. And let me just check my phone. You know, this works non-stop for 8 months, but the night that you want to take a video review for people that want to buy this, well, you can't because it's not working right. Bingo, I got it. It's my phone. I got a Galaxy S3, but if you have songs on your phone that you've downloaded, Android-wise, this is how they play. I have nothing connected. This is Bluetooth. And as you can hear, the sound quality is very, very good. When Bluetooth audio first came out, it was not good at all. You could hear it. It was worse than FM. And honestly, it sounds so much better now than what it used to be. I've sometimes put 20 songs on my phone. I've downloaded them to my phone and played them right away. It works phenomenally. I mean, it works fantastic. It works fantastic. This is one I downloaded a while back, and it's been on my phone, and it just streams right through them. Whenever you're using this device, if your phone is connected Bluetooth-wise, it will be it'll be connected via like here's your your phone signal and here's your Bluetooth signal. Now, for some reason, I've just realized, and this is because of my phone, Pandora has just taken over and just decided to play this. Pandora is working, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how Pandora looks. It'll usually display album art as well, but for some reason it's decided, you know what, it's my phone. I can't fault it. Give it a shot with your own phone. I promise you won't regret it. Very lastly, we've got Auxilary. I don't have anything plugged in Auxilary, so I just left it off. Now, let's go to radio and let it play that. Now let's go to your home key, okay? Before I do this, see this little thing right here? This icon? Looks like a phone. That's your phone menu. When you bring that up, it shows your phone model, okay? You can view your dial pad, you can do missed calls, you can view your phone book, You can do presets. You know, you want to auto answer, you want a tone. It'll play a funky tone when you get a phone call. You can do voice commands. Mine doesn't work too well. Again, it's the phone. Here's your settings for your phone. You can go ahead and bring in the connectivity options and set up your, pair your phone. Now this, as you can see, I had this obviously wired to the Ebrake. There is an Ebrake wire on this radio. When I disconnect the Ebrake, that goes dim. You're not allowed to use it. They want you to be stopped if you're going to dial a number. So you can pre-dial contacts, but you can't dial the pad. If you want the pad, you have to stop, put the Ebrake on, and hit the pad, and then you can go ahead and dial. It'll even tell you your battery life on your phone. Look at that. One phone paired, there's my signal, there's my battery life. Let's go ahead and close out of that. Now, of course, you can connect the the bypass to the Ebrake. Everybody knows how to do it. It's been out for a long time. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but go ahead, research it a million times. It involves a relay and a couple wires and a ground, and you're set. It costs like less than $2 in parts. So that's your, that's your dial pad for your phone. That's the radio so far. Now, let's click on the home button. This is all the options you have available to you as far as, the screen. This is the main home screen for everything. You've got your radio. You put a CD in or a DVD, you got it there. There's my iPod. Pandora radio, Bluetooth audio. This is to shut it off. If you've got a rear view camera, you can hit that. You can see out the rear view. Apps. If you've got apps, this involves, this involves the Mirror Link or the iPhone apps. Again, I don't have a phone that can work with this, so I don't use it. If you want to try it, be my guest. I will try and someday get, a view of these apps working. Pioneer has a couple apps out there. You can use Waze, you can use a bunch of others. But again, I've not been able to use it with this unit because I don't have it set up. Let's go to audio. Let's show you how to test out your audio. Now, it will time out, as you saw that. It will time out. Let's go to audio. Here you can control your fader and your balance. It gives you a nice grid. You can tap to the left, tap to the right, up and down. Shows you where you are as far as your sound being produced. Let's go back there. Graphic Equalizer. This is very cool. This has been out obviously for a long time. I've got this custom graphic equalizer. You can pick among these. You can pick two customs. I got two customs. I've got this one and I got this one set up, which this one seems to work very well for me. Auto EQ, I don't have that set up at all. Sonic Center Control. This is basically giving you the power to designate where the sound is going to be focalized to you. Do you want it to be to the passenger? Do you want it to be to the driver? I think you can actually do front and back if you wanted to, but this is the Sonic Center Control on there. Loudness, I've got it on low. It seems to work fine for me. You can get it all the way up to high. It sounds really good. Depends on the vehicle. This is a Jeep. It's not very insulated, so low works for me. I don't have a sub installed. If you do have a sub, you can switch this on and adjust the level and the frequency and what phase you've got the sub hooked up. Let's go to bass boost. I've got it at a 2 just because I don't have a sub. It's a nice rich sound for me, as you heard before. High pass filter, what you want to filter through the sub if you have one. I don't have one, so I leave it off. This is the system. This is auxiliary. I have on even though I don't use it. Audio video input, I switched it off because I don't use it. Device connection. The USB connection that you run to the back of this, it's going to want to know what you connect to it. Are you going to use an iPhone via USB? And to actually change this, you have to switch through and you have to disconnect your Android Bluetooth phone and so forth. The Pandora connection wants to know what you're connecting through. You're going to connect through iPhone, USB, Android, USB, whatever. It's very simple. It's just going to ask you, what are you connecting to? My Pandora connection is connected Android, so that's my phone. Mirror Link settings. I don't have that set up because I don't have the module. It's $100, but you can go ahead and adjust those if you'd like. Here's to update the firmware. This has never been lit up for me, so I don't know if I'm able to update the firmware. We don't know yet. Mix track. Mix tracks is a setup where you can literally run your stereo like you can run it like a club. You can have the LED lights on the unit as well as the background flash and flicker. You can have it jump between songs, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. You can pick. You can customize it. It's like having a party in your vehicle. And of course it went off because I didn't touch anything. But it's like having a party literally in your vehicle. Let me go back there. It's like having a party in your vehicle. I use it once in a while. I think it's kind of cool, but it's sort of gimmicky. I don't really get into it too much. Picture adjustment is to adjust the touch screen in the picture. Demo mode I have off. I can throw that on demo if I really wanted to, but you know, demo mode will just show you what it can do. Mute/ATT. That's the mute button. You can pick what it'll do. Do you want it to mute or dim the sound? Ever scroll. Wants to know if you want to scroll the title constantly or have it off and it'll only scroll once. Bluetooth audio, obviously I've turned that on. You've heard what I have on my phone. Camera clarity, I don't have a backup camera, so I didn't switch that on, but that's another setting for that. And the video signal setting is also for the backup camera. Now this star, these are favorites. You can add anything in this here to the favorites line by line. You could have this be a custom EQ. You could have this be Bluetooth control. You could have this be something else, and you can just have them all in a row like a notepad written down ready for you to choose. So that's basically a lot of the settings I've gone through. Let's go into the themes. Now this is very, 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 very cool. This is my favorite part. Backgrounds. You can choose different backgrounds. Let me slide this over. You can choose different backgrounds in your background. Look at all these cool backgrounds. That's a motion one. I have a Jeep, so you can actually upload one single image to this device via USB or the drive. You go ahead and you insert the disc or the USB and you flick through the photos, which it'll show photos, and it'll ask you if you want to save it to the device. Once you save it to the device, then you have it on there permanently, and it makes it look really cool. This actually makes it look factory when I put this on. There's my my little EQ, goes up and down with the songs. I don't have that set up, but as you turn up the volume, you'll see it actually works. Or you can turn it off. You can have nothing there if you want. Now, screen. You have 5 different presets for color on the screen. You can do red, you can do orange, you can do green like I have, you can do blue, or you can do white. White's a little weird because it turns gray instead of a white, but it's really cool look to it. I keep it on green. Now illumination. Illumination. I apologize, I'm leaning over a center console in a Jeep. Illumination, you can pick between these 5 set presets to match. As you can see, that's changing. You can pick red, you can pick orange, you can pick green, you can pick blue, you can pick white. Or if you'd really prefer, you can go ahead and go through the color change, and it'll just go through every color it can. And you can see it's doing it right now. Or this part right here, see, that's where I have it memorized. You can drag this and pick your color and customize it. You can tap it to the left, tap it to the right. When you get your color to match your interior, you hold memorize, and it locks it in. Let's close out of there. This unit I bought when it had come out for about $329. Now it is a lot less. This unit, would I recommend to anyone? Absolutely. I've put this in my vehicle, and I've had multiple people tell me, where can they get this head unit? They thought that this came factory. Now, let me also explain that with the Bluetooth, this comes with its own microphone. Comes in the box with it. You plug it in the back, and it comes with a very long cord. What I did is I actually took my dash off my Jeep, ran it through behind the dash very neatly, ran it up the A-pillar, and I can't show you because there's no light in here, but I have the microphone attached to the top pillar up here. I apologize again, it's dark out when I started this review. But after I hooked it up, I called someone. The sound quality is amazing. It's fantastic. I can't emphasize that enough. People think I had this installed and it came from the factory like this. And the sound quality on this is just phenomenal. It's amazing. Before I forget, this is the last type of thing I want to do here for you. See that little mix track button up there? This is easy mix track. Anytime you want to just jam out, you hit this button. Right here. Automatically, it throws the colors into a spiral type thing here. Now, I've got this set up to adjust the song every 30 seconds. So it's going to go ahead and play a song to an extent. When it wants to transition to the next song, it'll actually insert sounds. It'll sound like a mix. And a lot of my songs don't mix, so let's see how this works. Should be changing at any moment now. Well, I did have it set to mix, and it's apparently not mixing because I've got the setting too high. Oh, there it goes. See, a lot of my songs don't mix together, which makes this bad. But if you've got techno, you've got, you know, electronica, you got anything that'll match, this would be perfect for you. So if you have any questions, of course, you know, post the comments below. I'll try and answer them as best I can. But this is my review on the... Let me turn that off. And see, it goes right back. That's my review on the Pioneer AVH-X2600bt. Take care.